Welcome to today's Explainer. Imagine waking up to find that the entire landscape of your industry has shifted literally overnight. While Wall Street was fast asleep last week, a stunning upset happened in the world of artificial intelligence. Today, we're unpacking Kimi K3, the disruptor that is completely upending the trillion-dollar US AI industry. This is a massive market shift that caught almost everyone off guard, and honestly, the implications are absolutely massive. Let's get into it.
This quote from Futurism perfectly sets the stage for what we're looking at today. I mean, the stakes literally could not be higher. What happened was that a Chinese-made large language model quietly and seemingly out of nowhere leapfrogged 16 other established models to hit the absolute #1 spot on key performance charts. This isn't just some minor update from a familiar tech giant. No, this is an unexpected overseas competitor coming out of nowhere to beat the established US players at their own game. It is a certified earthquake for Silicon Valley.
Section 1. The new AI champion, Kimi K3 hits #1. Let's look at how this model actually performs and dive into the data. Okay, so this Arena.ai Frontend Code benchmark tests a model's ability to perform complex multi-step web development tasks. And in a massive upset, Kimi K3 shot straight from number 17 all the way to #1. It absolutely crushed the heavyweights we hear about every single day. We're talking about surpassing Anthropic's highly buzzy Claude Fable 5 and OpenAI's prestigious GPT 5.6 Solve by a mile. Keep in mind, these are models backed by billions of dollars and massive established infrastructures, yet they were just completely outclassed here.
Section 2. Meet Moonshot AI, the $20 billion startup. So who exactly is behind this monumental upset?
Let's look at how this builds across a remarkably short timeline, because this is where the David versus Goliath narrative really comes into focus. Moonshot AI is a Beijing-based company founded just in March of 2023 with barely 20 employees. By October of that very same year, they launched their first Kimi chatbot. Fast forward to July 2025, they dropped K2, which was a 1 trillion parameter model. And then, bam, July 2026, they released K3, an absolute beast of a 2.8 trillion parameter model. To jump from a 20-person startup to deploying something of that scale in just 3 years, that is practically unheard of.
Now, here is an absolutely critical piece of the puzzle. Kimi is what we call an open weight model. If you're not familiar, this basically means its inner workings and weights are viewable to the public. It's totally different from the proprietary, closed-source models kept under lock and key by the major US firms. This transparency, paired with that top-tier performance we just saw, is exactly why US semiconductor and tech stocks started plummeting when this news broke. I mean, think about it. Why pay a premium for a locked black box when you can look right under the hood for free?
Section 3. The 2 million character secret, massive context window. Let's explore the processing capacity that gives Kimi such a staggering technical advantage.
Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer scale we're dealing with. We're talking about context window capacity, essentially how much information the AI can hold in its active memory at one time. For context, GPT-4 offers a context window of 32,000 tokens, which equates to roughly 48 pages of text. Kimi, on the other hand, it boasts a context window of 2 million characters. That's the equivalent of 800 to 1,000 pages. To put that into perspective, Kimi can process roughly 62.5 times more information at once than standard US models. That is a colossal leap in capability.
And this brilliantly illustrates why that massive capacity changes everything for real-world workflows. Picture a software developer uploading an entire 50,000-line legacy codebase just to find a single deeply buried error. With Kimi, they get a bug-free analysis back in seconds. Or think of a corporate lawyer who needs to review a massive 500-page merger agreement along with hundreds of pages of supplementary documents. Boom, comprehensive risk assessment in just 15 minutes. And because it's multimodal, it can process text, images, complex spreadsheets, and intricate PDFs all at the exact same time. It's a total game changer. You no longer have to piecemeal your data, you just feed it the whole shebang at once, and it cross-references everything flawlessly.
Section 4. Crushing tech giants. Disruptive pricing. Because, performance is really only half the story here. The other half is the bottom line.
When you break down the math, the disruption becomes completely obvious. Kimi's base platform is free for users, but for developers actually using the API, Kimi costs just 15 cents per 1 million tokens. Let's compare that, $2 for ChatGPT-4 or $3 for Claude 3.5. On average, open models like Kimi cost users 6 times less. This staggering price difference, combined with that top-tier performance, is exactly why we're seeing US companies quietly ditch American AI in favor of these much cheaper, highly capable Chinese models.
Section 5. How to try Kimi today. Accessing the disruptor. I know you're probably eager to test this out to see if it truly lives up to the hype, so let's look at exactly how you can do that.
So Kimi currently requires a Chinese mobile number to register, but there's a super simple workaround for global users. First, visit a trusted rental service like smsactivate.org to rent a temporary Chinese phone number. It usually costs less than $1.50. Next, just head over to kimi.com to register. Enter the SMS code you receive from the rental site. Finally, and actually, this is the really important part, once you're in, bind your email address to the account. This makes sure you can easily log in moving forward without ever needing to rent that temporary phone number again.
Which leaves us with this final, incredibly provocative thought, heavily inspired by AI entrepreneur Xiaoyan Kuo. Anthropic is worth nearly $1 trillion. Moonshot AI is valued at $20 billion. So, when a startup worth 50 times less, using open-weight models, manages to totally outperform the most expensive proprietary models on the market, how exactly do Silicon Valley giants justify their exorbitant prices? And honestly, more importantly, is the trillion-dollar US AI bubble finally about to burst? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope it gave you a clear picture of the shifting AI landscape, and I will leave you with that question to think about.